Hello everyone, Colin Canet here for Woodwork Web. Today I've been given a little chore. I've been asked to make this little barbecue stand because the one that the barbecue is currently sitting on is the little table from a bistro set, and apparently the bistro set has been claimed, so time for me to make some other little stand for this. So that's what we're going to do today. Stay tuned and watch how we make this great sturdy little barbecue stand. Now before I go to the jointer, what I need to do now is go through the individual boards and I'll cut them sort of one at a time, but I need to find one, happens to be where this black spot is on the workbench here, but they need to be flat from here to roughly around here. So I'm just going to mark them and I'll go through each one of them individually and we'll look at them and determine which ones are the best ones, and then we'll take that. You can see how badly that one's warped too. That looks good to right about there as well. So there's my stack of boards. I'm going to do one surface and one edge, and I'm going to go through all of them, but I won't make you sit through all of them. I'm going to gang cut these to make sure they're exactly the same length. We're at the table saw, and this is my tapering jig. And the part that holds the bottom is this little pin right here. And what I need to do is drill a hole in the bottom of the leg so that this little pin will go through. I need to mark, because I want this to be 2 inches at the bottom, I've set my marking gauge to 1 inch. So I can just scribe that. There's 1 inch. Now if I take it around and put it to the end of my taper jig here, I can now mark the other side of that. There's an X where I need to put my hole so that the drill bit doesn't wander. And I've just marked the drill so I don't go too deep. And that's it. Now the next thing I need to do is set up the tapering jig. And while I'm doing that, I want to take a minute to remind you, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, we'd sure like you to do that. And don't forget to click the little gear thing so that you get notified every time I post a new video. Now I need to set the bottom and the top, and I'm going to set this one first of all, and then I'm going to readjust the bottom one. But I want to bring this blade all the way down so it's out of the way right now. The clamps on. There we go. There's our first tapered leg. Now all I need to do is put the other legs in and do exactly the same thing. There, I think you can see the outline, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drill pocket holes. I'm going to drill 3 holes in the top. Here's the top end of our leg, and here's the cross member, and there's the pocket holes that I just drilled. Now, typically when we make a pocket hole joinery like this, we often make them flush like that, and the way we do that is we flip these over like that, and we screw the holes in because it's now flush on the bottom. But I want to have a little bit of a reveal, and a reveal, if we look at a reveal, it's basically where we have a little bit of light in here. Now that's a little bit too much, but I like to have a reveal of about like that. And the easiest way to do that when you're using pocket hole technology is to just find something like a piece of plywood, just like that. You can lay that underneath, put your leg up to it, and now this cross member piece is actually lifted above, and when we get finished putting the screws in here, you'll see that we have a reveal in here. There, and you see how nice that looks with a little bit of shadow, light and shadow in there. It gives it a little bit more of a three-dimensional look. Now the next thing we want to do is put the cross member on the lower part here. So this is the lower shelf. And now all I have to do now is scribe there, and that's going to give me a perfect fit for this to fit in here. There, I just cut a piece of scrap material to make sure that that angle was right, because we want that, and that's perfect. That's dead on. So we can go ahead and cut that. Okay, now we get to put the cross member on. So I had to get a couple of other spacer sticks because I'm using this for my other spacer. So, but it lines up just perfectly. So we'll just put that together. There, now I'm doing the same on the cross member pieces. So on the sides, I've got my 2 little sticks here for the reveal, and my plywood doesn't fit in, but that doesn't matter because I can just use that to measure it. There it is. Now what I'm going to do now, I'll take that out of there. I'll just put a clamp in there to make sure that doesn't move on me, and that'll be great. There we go. I'll give you a quick look at the assembled legs. While it's up on the workbench, what I want to do now is I'm going to see if I can find some wood, probably some plywood, that I can put in here. Well, I didn't find any plywood, but I actually found something better. I had a couple of cedar boards in there, and they'll be perfect for that, and I'll put them, I've cut them into strips, so I'll just space them out here. This is how easy it is to put the top on this. We put the face down, and all we have to do is flip that side up, and we'll take a minute to center that, and we've already got the pocket holes drilled. Well, that concludes my video on making the little barbecue stand. And you know, it's a great little table. It's very strong, easy to move around, and it doesn't take up a whole lot of space. So you can put things on either side of it. It's got the little rack underneath. Lots of space. This one's going to have one of those heavy tabletop covers, outdoor covers that's going to go on it. So we're not going to do any finishing with it at all. I understand somebody else might do the painting on it because I don't like to paint wood, and maybe we can convince them to put a nice stain or something on it. Don't forget to subscribe and click the little gear button so you know whenever I'm going to be uploading a new video. I'm Colin Cadet for Woodwork Web. Thanks for watching.